Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another YouTube tradition unlike any other. What's in the bag? I've made this video every year since 2017 when I launched this channel, and I've tried to make it a little bit different each year. So hopefully you enjoy this year's edition of my What's in the Bag. Hopefully it scratches your golf gear itch. Let's dive right into it. Stealth 2 Plus 9-degree head with a Ventus Black 6X shaft. Velocore, I've used this shaft for I think the last 3 years. Sim 2, Stealth, and Stealth 2. I messed around with the Ventus Blue TR and it just wasn't quite it. The Ventus Black is my go-to shaft, but this is the driver I'm gaming this year. This has been probably the hardest club for me to replace or update or change since 2017. That 2017 M2 Tour 3 wood, it still goes into my bag and it still has been in my bag as recently as this year. Finding some new 3 wood that perfectly replicates that has been really difficult. This is the Stealth 2 Plus 15-degree 3 wood. I have it set a little bit lower so that kind of opens the face a hair. Weight all the way forward for a lower flight as well, but I'm using a graphite design Tour AD IZ7X shaft. This is a shaft that I got fit into, I think, with the M5, so 2019. So I've had it in the bag, but I went out a couple weeks ago and tried a few different shafts in the 3 wood, and this one just was doing exactly what I wanted it to do. And then when I've taken it on the golf course, off the tee, off the fairway, it's done exactly what I want it to do. I'm super excited and impressed with my current 3 wood, and I don't think I'm gonna put the M2 Tour back in the bag before my next tournament. So I think this is what I'm gaming for the foreseeable future. I consider this my 2-iron, even though it says 3 on it. It's a 19-degree gapper low that I have bumped down a couple notches lower, so that keeps the face a little bit more open, little less loft for a little stronger flight. I've been a 2-iron player my whole life. Rescues, hybrids, I just don't like them because I like taking clubs like this off the tee and knowing I can flight it lower, but thankfully I can still get this thing up in the air if I'm hitting it into a par 5. UDIs, I loved them. The gapper, I didn't really like it, but then around 2020, I gave it a second chance. I put it up against a UDI, up against the 5 wood, bumping a little lower, keeping that face a hair open, keeps the left out of play. I find a lot of hybrid rescues, they can go left pretty quickly on me, but this, I've been gaming as my 2-iron for 3 years now. This will be year 4. I love it. I really like it as a 2-iron, driving iron, second shot into a par 5 club. It's got a Tensai CK Series 90 Hybrid X Flex shaft in it. It's been in the bag for a while, and I think it's gonna stay there. This iron set has been in the bag since late 2020. I haven't changed it. You see a lot of dings in that because I've been using these irons for a while now. It's a combo set of P7MCs and P7MBs. Like I said, these are the 2020 versions, not the most current version. 4 and 5 iron in the MCs, 6 to pitching wedge in the MBs. KBS Tour 130X shafts. They're all a 1/2 inch over standard in length, lie angle, loft, all standard, but these have been in the bag since late 2020 and I don't intend to replace them, so they're just gonna stay in the bag for a while now. You see 6 wedges here because I'm still kind of in the process of tweaking my exact wedge setup. 52, 56, 60, those are my lofts in both the MG3 and the high toe wedges, but I'm still messing around with which wedge I want where. I like the 60 in the high toe, but I love the 60-degree Tiger Woods grind. I'm currently practicing in the garage with all my high toes. On the golf course, I'm using the MG3s. The 52 is 9 degrees of bounce, and then the 56 and 60 are the Tiger Woods grind KBS Tour 130 shafts X as well. Flat stick. This is a club that is the favorite club in my bag, the most personal club to me. I'm someone that has used putters for very, very long time. You'll see right here, I've got a Railer Ghost from TaylorMade that I put in the bag in 2012, and I used it all the way until I replaced it with this in 2019. Yes, I messed around a little bit here and there with the Black Spider or the Ardmore, but that was my putter. And since 2019, this has been my putter. It still has the original grip on it. It's probably about ready to be replaced, but this is the Spider X Copper. I don't even know if it's made anymore, but this has been in the bag since 2019, and I do not see it coming out, because if you have watched any of my YouTube over the last couple of years, putting is basically the only thing I hold on to when I don't play or practice a lot. It's my favorite part of the game, and this is my absolute favorite club I've ever had, I would say. Yeah, this thing, I feel so confident with it, so comfortable with it. We've had our ups and downs. I threw it once and had to bend it back. It did take a lot of work to get this thing out of the bag. I mean, it's so worn, it's so loved. Head cover is a special edition TaylorMade Canada putter cover from a couple years ago. It's losing a little bit of its luster, so maybe we can replace that this year. But this is the Money Club. So in front of me here, I've got kind of like my miscellaneous hardware, if you will, things that are in the bag that I use every single time I've got my golf bag on the range or at the golf course. Blue Tees 3 Max range finder. There is a link below for a little bit of savings if you want to grab this. Very good price point, and it's got all the bells and whistles and does exactly what you need it to do, and it's much cheaper than some of the most expensive ones out there. LV Pro 2, I've used the live view camera since it first came out. Such an amazing way to practice, to give you like a live digital mirror. If you want to invest in your game and in your practice and get really efficient, effective practice, I highly recommend this. Again, there's a code down below. I think you save pretty good with it. FlightScope Mevo Plus, I've been representing FlightScope and the Mevo products since 2019. Started with the Mevo. This is actually the 2023 version of the Mevo Plus. So it's got a little more beefy stand and better battery life. This thing, it's great out at the golf course for practice, but it's been great here in the garage for doing combines on FS Skills, for playing Pin Seeker. It's just been a tool that has helped me get a lot out of my practice with the little practice time I have, especially for paying attention to my angle of attack, my path, all of these things. The Pro Package upgrade, like all of the data you get from this, it's incredible. It's linked below as well, and there is some savings for you there. This is the iRange, basically a monopod, but it's got a little stake, sticks in the ground, magnet here for capturing my golf swing, but also for my line of work. It just helps me capture content, video, posts, whatever it is. And I do have it inside here. This can be replaced with a little base for inside, because when I am practicing, I can have the iPad up against this so that I can see my data. But more importantly, I have Jude's monitor on my phone or on my iPad right there when I'm practicing, so I can pay attention while he's sleeping, so that I don't forget that he's sleeping or don't hear him if he wakes up or something like that. So this is a multifunctional tool from iRange Sports. Code down below as well. And these are just alignment sticks with a little alignment stick cover so you don't scratch your clubs. Red Rooster, my friends, my homies from back in Ottawa. Basic alignment sticks that I use for all kinds of practice. The Encore Vero X2. I switched to this basically in the new year. Back in November, December, I did some videos about what I went through to potentially find a different golf ball. The team at Encore is amazing. We've built a great relationship with them, and the product is really, really good. I really enjoy this golf ball. I trust it a lot. I've played good golf with it at the start of this year, and it's doing what I want it to do. So it's been a good switch. It took me a long time to switch and even think about switching, but I'm happy I did. Again, there's a link down below. There's a code for you to save from Encore, because they're awesome and they're hooking you up because you watch the channel. Red Rooster, I've already mentioned them. This is just quality golf gloves that are a subscription service. There's different colors, there's different tabs. What's amazing about Red Rooster is every glove you buy, they give a glove to a junior golfer who needs a golf glove. Just think about that. When you were playing golf, I was lucky. I grew up with a club pro as a father. He taught me the importance of a good grip, holding the club, but also having a glove that fits and that was not ratty or had holes in it. There's a lot of kids who do not get that access, who are getting into this game but can't even afford a golf glove. You buy a golf glove, they give a golf club. It's about time, honestly. So check them out. It's linked below, and you can use a code as well to get some savings. But the gloves are the best. They've won so many awards. They're the best, but what they're doing is the best. Nice little carrying case for them so they last longer. You can get on like a subscription of 6 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is, 8 weeks. Red Rooster, they're awesome gloves. Now this is the fun stuff. I remember growing up, Golf Digest magazine every month would do a what's in the bag of a tour player. And I always was most interested in like the knickknacks that they had in their bag, why they marked their ball the way they did, all of that kind of stuff. So this, if you're still watching, you're in the deep end here. This is the cool stuff that's in a golf bag. Wrench for adjusting my driver. I got elastic bands for practicing. This goes around my knees. This was one for like stepping on for shaft. I always have elastic bands, rubber bands that you just can get at Walmart or Dick's or whatever. Amazon, these stay in my bag for drills. Hydration. I've been drinking 4 products since they launched. I think back in 2021, I've been to Utah. I've got to know the guys. They're just awesome guys that are healthy AF, fit guys that love golf and want to get good stuff in people's bodies that are out on the golf course. They're working with a lot of Korn Ferry and PGA Tour players now. There's a lot of people drinking 4. These ones are my favorite ones, the vitamin-infused hydration packs, because I don't need the caffeine. I drink a lot of caffeine already, so the energy one isn't really necessarily one that benefits me. But this, to get 4.5 servings of fruits and vegetables in a pack like this, it helps because it's easy to not get the proper nutrients on a day-to-day basis. So this is just great hydration that I'll drink every day on or off the golf course, but it's good to have these in the golf bag just in case you get a little tired of drinking water all the time. Sunscreen. Just wear sunscreen, like period, end of. Skin cancer is so real. It's like a #1 killer of my generation, my age. So just wear sunscreen. I always have sunscreen in my golf bag because I'm not a dummy. Yardage book holder. This is just an old school one from Seaforth I got back in the Canadian Tour days. I've reinforced it with some cardboard because I sweat. The leather one ruined, a suede one ruined. So this is like a waterproof one. Nothing fancy there. And then this thing, the Canadian Tour logo on it. This is what we got when I first qualified for the Canadian Tour at Fall Q School in 2007 at our little welcome kind of breakfast the next morning. This was part of it. We got this. This is like a valuables pouch. I've had this since September of 2007. This is the original one. I had a couple other ones that we got over the years, but this is the first one. This is super, super special to me. Sunscreen, another face stick. This is just a little thing to hold coins. I have some special coins in here, a lot of them from South America, from back when I played in South America in 2008 on the Tour de las Americas. Extra batteries for my rangefinder, and pitchforks, like just divot tool, pitchforks, more ball markers, along with my putter. This is the second most important thing to me in this bag, because this represents, like, I have badges and my membership cards from when I did play on the Canadian Tour, PGA Tour Canada. But this is this Q School was very special to me. I went as an amateur on my own dime, and I was like, I'm gonna get my freaking card. And I finished 7th. And my professional career was really difficult. It wasn't good. It sucked, but it's led me here. But this is always a reminder of that week, what I accomplished, and what it started for me. I mean, yes, my playing career wasn't great, but here I am now making YouTube videos, still doing golf for a living, if you will. And yeah, this thing's super, super special to me. That's it. That's my bag for 2023. I hope you enjoyed this. What are some of the trinkets in your bag that are super special to you? Let me know down below, and hopefully those discount codes help you save on some new things for your bag. Peace.